How's it going, everybody? JP here, and this is going to be another video on the Bates Motel series. This is episode 5. I believe it's titled Ocean View, if my memory serves me correctly. First up, before we get to that, this will be spoiler heavy, as always, spoiling pretty much everything, pretty much walking through the episode, talking about each thing, giving my opinions and stuff, so everything gets spoiled in these videos, which is kind of rare for my channel. I normally don't do spoiler stuff, but it's kind of difficult to do a TV show without giving away spoilers and stuff, so I'm not even going to try. Anyway, let's get into the episode. It opens up, we have kind of the day after Norman's adventure with Bradley, adventurous night where he hooked up with Bradley. And, you know, he basically leaves, and throughout the episode, he's trying to call her and text her and, you know, talk to her about it or whatever, and he doesn't get any response. So when he gets home, he asks Dillon, who is enjoying some cereal at the dinner table, if his mom was upstairs sleeping, and Dillon, of course, says no because she has been arrested and charged with the murder of Keith Summers. So Norman kind of trips out. They go to the jail. They visit Norma, and she's basically set, I think, on like $100,000 bond. So she's stuck in the jail. They ask her if you know, she needs help, and she's kind of trips out on him, says she doesn't need help. When Dillon kind of gives her a weird look, knowing, and says, you know, really, you don't need any help. Basically talking about the whole murder of Keith Summers thing, which he now knows. So she tells him to leave. They leave. After that, Norman ends up telling Emma about the Asian girl that he found in, he doesn't say whose house, but he tells her that it's a cop, and, you know, she starts tripping out and stuff. She really wants to get to the bottom of it. Norman said, hold up, wait, my mom's in jail. We got to figure out, I got to deal with this first. After that, I believe the Emma chick kisses Norman again, and so you got that whole, the Emma girl really likes Norman. Norman kind of likes the Emma girl, but likes the Bradley girl more. But the Bradley girl will not call him back. So got some kind of love triangle thing going on there. With who would have thought Norman is kind of a, you know, pimp. He's hooking up with you know, 2 girls at once or whatever. But yeah, Norman Bates. After that, what do they do? Oh, Norman gets his the deed to the Bates Motel, and, you know, puts it up for the bail as collateral or whatever, to get his mom out of jail. When she gets out of jail, they're driving home. She's pretty pissed off at Norman. At first, I thought she was just pissed over the whole deed thing, but it turns out they're driving home in the car and stuff. Oh, first they actually go to a lawyer, and the lawyer's talking about, you know, trying to make a self-defense case, and Norma is not really having it. She's sticking to her gun. She's saying, I'm innocent. Why would I, you know, do this, blah, blah. And she storms out of the thing. On the way home, her and Norman get into a pretty big fight. You know, it's the first real argument, and it turns out that she's more pissed off that he went and, as she put it, out getting laid, when she was worried about, you know, going to jail, crying upstairs and stuff, which was kind of an awkward conversation, and it got pretty heated, and she ends up kicking Norman out of the car to walk 10 miles back to the house, and she really, you know, makes him get out. You know, she goes around and she stops the car. He's like, you know, of course he's like, Mom, you know, it's 10 miles away, calm down and stuff, but she kicks him out anyway. Luckily for Norman, though, Dillon was driving home on his motorcycle, and picks Norman up. They get home, they have some more brotherly bonding, and they talk about getting a place. Yeah, they talk about Dillon wants to, you know, move out, get his own place, and he wants Norman to come with him. So, you know, they're definitely, but Norman doesn't want to leave the nest, as, you know, Dillon would put it. So meanwhile, Dillon's trying to come up with some money, about $5 grand, because he wants to move out and take Norman with him, and if at least just move out, I guess. But he would like Norman to go with him to get him away from their mother, which he definitely has, massive problems with. Um, so he's chilling with Ethan, who is the Asian guy who got him the job at the field garden, a pot field with the guns and stuff. And he asks Ethan if he thinks that he would be able to get an advance, about $5 grand. And Ethan, of course, says, probably not, dude. You just started working here and stuff. What do you need it for? And he's like, I really need to get my brother away from my mother. I don't know if he exactly says that, but that's what he was getting at. And later on, he's chilling in a car in the truck with the Ethan dude. The Ethan dude gives him $5 grand, or lends him $5 grand. He says, "I know you're good for it," or whatever. I'm not sure what's up with the Ethan dude. I think it might be a possibility that he has something. There's some reason that he's helping Dillon so much. Shortly after that, this guy comes up to the car, shady looking dude, possible drug addict, I guess, and starts talking to the Ethan dude, and the Ethan dude's like, getting your shit together, or do I have to, I think he says, do I have to come down here and break your legs or something? And all of a sudden, dude pulls out a gun and shoots Ethan in the neck, which was pretty shocking, and I liked that moment. It was like, whoa, like it looked pretty crazy. Dillon rushes him to the hospital. They, take him away. They're asking him, like, what's his name? And he's like, Ethan. And they're like, Ethan what? And he's like, I don't know. And it kind of looked like something dawned on him at that moment when he realized, like, I don't even know this dude's last name. And he bounced out of there, probably afraid of getting in trouble or something. I don't know. He leaves. He later that night, though, he finds that guy, the guy who shot him, and ends up running him over with the truck. So I think he's pretty dead. And that's pretty crazy that he's willing to kill somebody already. This show's obviously, super exaggerated. It's this weird, extraordinary place where people can kill people and have sex slaves and all kinds of stuff. And, it's not reality. So Norma ends up meeting Deputy Shelby out in the middle of nowhere, kind of to discuss things. He says that they should take a break, and she kind of takes it the wrong way and goes to leave. And then he's like, "No, I love you" and stuff. And she ends up, it looks like she actually legitimately cares about him, and it actually looks like he does too. It seems like their relationship moved quite fast, but I don't know if it's so believable, but just roll with it, I guess. And he says that he's going to help her, and she says, don't get yourself in trouble or whatever. Later on that night, Deputy Shelby heads to the police station and messes with the cameras a bit, sneaks into the evidence locker and removes the fiber that was key evidence, DNA or whatever evidence that was going to be used against Norma, and he takes it. So they end up throwing Norma's case out because they lost the evidence or whatever. And of course Norma's happy about that. Later on, you have Emma and Norman going, because Emma was doing a little bit of detective research herself, looking for property owned by Keith Summers, and she's trying to find out where this Asian girl might be hidden if she was no longer in the cop's basement. Of course, she doesn't know which cop at this time. So she ends up finding out that Keith Summers owned a boat, and her and Norman decide to go check it out. But first, Norman tells her, hey, look, I'm like kind of hooking up with Bradley. We're together. And she's, definitely looks hurt by that. But at the same time, she puts up kind of a, you're not really hooking up, you're not really together, yins are just hooking up. And he's like, no, we're together. And she's like, well, you guys are just hooking up. Did she change her status? I'm guessing she means Facebook status or whatever. Um, and it kind of was like a little sting towards Norman because she was pretty much not answering him the whole entire day when he was trying to get a hold of Bradley. So it would possibly make sense that she really isn't down for relationships. So Norman was looked a little pissed by that, and Emma looked a little sad by Norman. But anyway, they carried through with their mission. They end up going onto the boat. They look around, nothing there. Then they go to the closet, and there is an Asian girl in there. So they take her to the motel, and Norma Bates, they take her to one of the end cabins, and they have her in there. Norma Bates sees that the girl's car is parked in front of the cabin and the lights on, and probably thinks that they're up to something. And she's pretty pissed off like that. She storms down there, sees the Asian girl in there, and she is like, "What's up with this?" And of course, Norman tells her, "This is the Asian girl that I was telling you about." And Norma was like, "No way." And the Asian girl says, "They used me as a sex slave or whatever." And they, Norma goes and gets a newspaper because she's in disbelief. She doesn't believe that Deputy Shelby, the man that she, cares for, that saved her neck a bunch of times, would actually be involved with this, and possibly the guy that she loves. So she takes the newspaper in, and she's like, "It wasn't this guy." And she was like, the Asian chick was like, "Yeah, it was him." So she's kind of in disbelief, but that's where the episode ends. So you have kind of an interesting thing going on because you have Deputy Shelby, who has saved Norma's neck a few times and has the fiber in his possession, most likely, unless he, threw it away or destroyed it or whatever. So if they go to the cops, he's going to say something about that, probably. But there's no way that the Emma chick probably doesn't want to go to the cops with the Asian chick, so they're probably going to go to the cops, but she doesn't know about the murder thing that happened, and Norman's caught in the middle of it because, there's no way that he's going to do anything that's going to cause his mom to go to jail. So there's this crazy dynamic going on, which is kind of cool, definitely interesting. I'm definitely getting more into this show. Like I said, it's not really, it's not really Psycho. It's its own thing, but I kind of like it. It's cool. This episode was actually really good. I didn't get to watch it last night when it aired, but I checked it out this morning, and I was definitely into it. A lot of big things happened to this episode. I had to actually write a few things down because I wasn't sure if I was going to remember everything. So yeah, this episode was pretty good. A lot of crazy stuff happening, and everything's kind of intertwined, and there's like, tons of ways that this show could go, and I have a feeling that Deputy Shelby is not going to last too much longer. I think that somebody is going to end up killing him, or he's going to go to jail, which probably is going to get killed. So yeah, I'll see you guys next week. I know this one has gone on really long. I'm sorry about that. I apologize. I'll try to cut these things down, but it's kind of hard to walk through the entire episode without leaving out things. So see you guys next week.